Namaste and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is our first class together. Thank you for being here virtually with me. I invite you to flow with me through a grounding yoga practice, great for first thing in the morning for building energy in your body and preparing you for your day ahead. So join me here on your mat. We don't need any props for this practice, just your body. So show up for yourself this morning and meet me here on your mat. We are going to start off seated today, so just finding a nice comfortable seat, resting the hands down on the knees. The palms can be faced up to receive or face down for grounding. And just as you settle in here, starting to connect with the breath, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just allowing yourself to settle into this space, setting your intention for the day, and just noticing how you feel today. You can notice if or where you're holding any tension or tightness in the body. And just bringing the awareness into the present moment. Beginning movement here, bringing the chin down to the chest, rolling it out through the neck. Sending the ears over to each shoulder. You can roll the head up, back, and around if you'd like to. Just starting to loosen up through the shoulders and the neck. Sending the head back to center, sitting up nice and tall. From here, sending your right hand out to the side. Inhale, lift the left hand up over the head into a lateral bend. Bending into the right elbow as you send the hand up and across the body. Take a deep breath here, and then back to center, other side. Right hand lifts up over the head, send it across. Deep breath here. Back to center. Both hands extend up toward the sky, and then forward fold. Send the hands down to the floor in front of you. You can start to rock side to side here as you settle in, just moving the shoulders side to side. And then walking the hands over toward the right side, reaching out through the hands. You can relax the head down through the arms. And then over to the other side, walk the hands over to the left. Back to center. One more moment here. Try to sink a little bit deeper as you reach the hands forward. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Back to center. Walk the hands back up toward the knees, back up to a seated position. Both hands are going to extend up toward the sky. And then we're twisting through center over toward the right side. So bringing the left hand toward the right knee, right hand back behind you. Lifting up through center, just trying to find length through the spine. Take a deep breath here. Back to center, both hands extend all the way up. Exhale to the other side as you settle into this space. And then from here, moving back to center. As you inhale, both hands are going to extend all the way back up as you reach. Exhale, hands down to the sides. We are going to move onto hands and knees for cat-cows next, so moving to tabletop. Finding a solid foundation, wrists underneath the shoulders, and the knees are underneath the hip points. From here, starting to find a flow with the breath. As you inhale, drop the belly, tailbone tips up, gazing forward. Exhale, roll it in, chin to chest, roll through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, roll it in. Doing another round of those. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, roll it in. From here, back to center. As you inhale, lift your right hand up toward the sky. Thread the needle. As you exhale, move the right hand toward the left side, lower to the ear and the shoulder. You can extend that left hand out toward the top of the mat if you'd like to. Just starting to open up through the shoulders here. Take a deep breath in. Back to center. Left hand presses down. Inhale, right hand swoops back up toward the sky. And you're going to roll that hand back down to center. Other side. Left hand extends. Find length. Exhale as you roll it across. Drop down to that shoulder. You can extend that arm back out here or just keep it where it is. Take a deep breath here. Back to center. Right hand down, left hand extends. Lift it up, and then roll that hand back to center. From here, we're coming into a side body extension. So as you inhale, lift your right leg back behind you, flex through the foot, and take the toes over to the left side and touch them down to the floor. Looking back over the shoulder toward the toes, kind of squeeze into the side body here. Back to center. Lift your leg back up and extend your left hand forward. Opposite hands here. Reaching out. Deep breath in. If you'd like to, you can bend into your back knee, lift the foot up, and swoop your left hand back to grab a hold. Meet me here or just stay where you were at. Back to center, release, down to tabletop. Other side. From here, lift the left leg back. Flex the foot, and take the toes over to the right side and touch them down to the floor. Look over toward the right shoulder, back toward the foot. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Back to center. Lift that foot back to center, and then opposite hand will extend forward. Right hand forward. You can stay here or bend into your left foot. Lift the foot up toward the ceiling. Grab a hold with that right hand if you'd like to. Exhale to return back to center. We're moving into downward facing dog next. So curl the toes under, press into the hands, and lift the hips all the way up toward the sky. You could pedal out through the legs, bending through one knee at a time, walking out your dog. Just finding some movement here, walking it out through the legs. You could also shake out through the head, yes and no, just loosening up through the neck here. Moving into three-legged dog, inhale, lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. You could bend through that knee, stacking the hips open a little more. And just returning back to center. Bring that knee all the way through, up to the front, placing the foot down. Left knee down into a lunge. Inhale, arms all the way up as you extend. You could sink the hips forward, lifting the hands up and back. Into some cactus arms, bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulders. Inhale, extend. One more time, exhale, cactus as you open. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, send the hands down, moving into a twist. Left hand down, right hand extends. You could wrap the right hand behind the back for a bind, opening up through the shoulder a little bit more. Inhale, right hand back up. Exhale, back to center. Slide the hips back, half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. We're going to find a dynamic movement, rolling forward, rolling back. Just starting to open up through those muscles, stretching through the calves and the hamstrings. Back to center, curl the back toe, lift the hips, slide that front foot back, lowering through vinyasa, down to the belly, inhale, up dog, exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Other side. From here, left leg extends. You could stack through the hips, bend through the top knee. Send that leg through center into the low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Drop the back knee. Inhale, arms are going to swoop over the head. Activating through the legs, squeezing the inner thighs. Find your cactus arms. Exhale, open. Inhale, up. One more time. From here, sway the hands down to the floor. Slide the hips back. Flex the front toes. Rolling forward and back here. Back to center, lift those hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog. Then we're going to walk the feet a little forward, walk the hands back, find a ragdoll hang. We're swaying side to side from here. Grab opposite elbows, bend through the knees. You can let the head hang heavy here, or even shake the head out, yes and no. Let those arms fall down to the floor. Soften through the backs of the shoulders. And then rolling up to standing, press the feet. Inhale all the way up. Swoop the hands over the head. Find that full body stretch. And then take a lateral bend over toward the left side. Back to center. Over toward the right. All the way back to center. Finding your cactus arms to open through the elbows. Inhale, extend, forward fold as you lower. Halfway lift, extend through the spine, slide the hands up. Exhale, back down, forward fold. Inhaling as you come back up to standing, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, hands back to the sides. From here, turning to face the long side of your mat. So turning out to the side. Legs far apart, we're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So toes facing forward, inhale, arms lift all the way up, find length. Exhale, folding at your hips. Send the hands down to the floor between the legs. From here, you've got some options. You can walk the hands out underneath the head, placing one hand down, lifting the other hand up toward the sky for a twist. You can send that hand behind the back for a bind, opening up through the shoulder, and then switching sides when you're ready. Other hand down, lifting up through center, trying to stack through the shoulders. You could reach that hand behind the back if you'd like to, and then back to center. From here, we're going to move into some side lunges. So we'll be bouncing into each side at a time, bending into one knee, back to center, and then over to the other side, stretching through the inner thighs and the hips. Back to center. From here, lower into the forward fold, reaching the hands out in front of the head, lower the hands down through the arms, stretching through the shoulders and the chest. Coming back to center. From here, hands up to the hips, bend through the knees, all the way up to standing. We're moving into triangle pose. So, turning the left toes to face out toward the short edge of the mat, send the arms out to the sides. Reversing your triangle, send the right hand down, left hand up to the sky. Exhale, hands out to the sides. Reach your left hand forward and down to the foot. Right hand up, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Trying to stack the shoulders. You can always use a block here if you'd like to, supporting the hand. Bend through that front knee. Stack that knee as you lift up into your warrior two. All the way up to standing from here. Reverse your warrior, right hand down, left hand up. Back to center, arms out to the sides. Straightening through your leg, turn the toes back to forward, both hands lift, three-pointed star. Other side, turning the right toes out to face the short edge of the mat. Reverse your triangle, left hand down, right hand up. Triangle pose, arms to the side, reach your right hand forward, lower it down as you lift the left hand up. Take a deep breath here. Bending through that front knee, lifting up into your warrior two. Stack the knee over the ankle, reach the arms out in each direction. Reversing your warrior, back hand down, lifting that top hand all the way up. Back to center. From here, straighten those legs, turn the toes in. We're just gonna walk it back into center. From here, inhale, arms extend all the way up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Interlace the fingers, press the palms down, extend out through the hands as you lift, stretch through the wrists. Break it away as you release, arms down. Rolling it out through the neck, just loosen up here. Getting nice and grounded, rooting down through the feet. We're gonna turn back to face the front of the mat here. Inhale, arms are extending all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, find that length. We're gonna step it back toward the back of the mat. From here, lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Dropping through the knees into child's pose next. Sink the hips back toward the heels. Lengthen out through the arms. And if you'd like to, you can walk the hands over to each side, one side at a time here. Over to the other side when you're ready. And then back to center. From here, we're moving to a seated position, so just rise up to the knees, sit the sit bones off to the sides, and swing the legs around to the front. Extend the legs out in front of you from here, getting nice and situated. Flex through the feet, root, and lifting the arms above the head, reaching up tall, moving into a forward fold. Send the hands forward toward the feet. You can grab a hold of the knees, the shins, or you can just let the hands rest on the side of the legs. Finding length as you inhale, sinking back into that space as you exhale. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink back into that space. Sliding the hands back up the legs, back to a seat. From here, you're gonna bring your left knee in and out to the side, kind of like a seated tree pose. You're gonna send your right hand forward, left hand up over the head into a lateral bend. Pressing into that left knee, creating as much space as you can between that knee and the hand. Send the hand back behind you to the floor, right hand up, lift the hips. Modified wild thing or fallen star. Deep breath in, exhale down, back to center. Switching sides, left leg forward, right knee in, out to the side. Sending your left hand forward to the leg, right hand over the head. On your next exhale, send that right hand to the floor, left hand over the head, press into those legs, lift the hips, finding your modified wild thing on the other side. Back to center, release those hips all the way back down. From here, we're moving into butterfly pose, or Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees out to the sides. You can grab a hold of the ankles or the toes, pressing the knees down toward the floor as you lift the chest up. And then you could fold forward, bending into the elbows. Trying to relax the shoulders and the head and the neck. Take a deep breath here. And a deep breath out. You could always sway the shoulders side to side if you'd like to. And then back to center. From here, bring the knees back together. Turning back to face the long side of the mat, we're going to rock and roll onto the back. You can roll a few times if you'd like, but just ending up on the back when you're ready. Happy baby pose is next. Knees out to the sides, grab a hold of the feet, send the knees down to the sides, feet up toward the sky. You could rock side to side. Just starting to loosen up through the hips, and the inner thighs. You can straighten out through one leg and then the other, or both at the same time. Back to center. We're moving into split the baby, so keep a hold of your right foot and relax the left leg all the way down to the floor. You can always keep a soft bend into the leg. And then back to center for the other side. Go ahead, relax, right leg down. Left knee is moving out to the side. Take a deep breath in here. And then back to center. Sink a little bit deeper into your happy baby pose. And then release. Grab a hold of the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug as you curl into a ball. You can rock side to side. And then we're moving into a twist. So send the arms out to a T at the sides. And you're gonna roll your knees over to one side, stacking them together. And then looking in the opposite direction, completing the twist up through the neck. And just taking a couple deep breaths here. And then returning to center, over to the other side. You can grab a hold of that knee, apply some pressure, and then look over in the other direction. Just allowing yourself to sink into this twist. Take another deep breath here, and then back to center. We are moving into Shavasana, so finding a full body stretch, activating through the body as you point the toes, reach the arms above the head, and then arms back down to the sides. Allowing yourself to get nice and comfortable here. As you move into Shavasana, the feet and the legs splay out to the sides, and the arms resting at the sides, palms face up to receive, or face down for grounding. Allowing your breath to find its natural rhythm and starting to soften into this space. Relaxing through the muscles of the face, the shoulders, and softening through the knees and the ankles. And just allowing yourself a few moments to soften here and relax through the body. Just starting to connect back to your breath. Take a deep breath in and starting to invite movement back into your body, wiggling out through the fingers, rolling out through the wrists and the ankles. You could shake the head side to side, or a full body stretch. Extend the arms above the head, point through the toes, and then curling into a ball. You can lift the forehead to the knees, reaching that left arm over the head, rolling off onto that side. Slowly starting to make your way back up to a seated position when you're ready. Ending how you began earlier. Stalking the hands down to the knees, sitting up nice and tall. Taking a moment to feel a sense of gratitude that you showed up for yourself and your practice, and that you show up for yourself each and every single day. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day ahead. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. Namaste.